go to the graveyard, do some stuff there right quick. Can't afford him. Yeah.
We can't afford him for some time.
Apparently he does silly damage.
Cost 6. It better do stupid amounts of damage at that point. Though because of that, I'm going to... Either, guys, my problem with, you know, open world and shit is, like, we can't use it, so I honestly think going out of your way to fight him to get it early is entirely pointless.
A little bit, yes. Hey, boys. Oh, God. Hey, boys! Oh, good. A little bit pointless, yes, but hey, we got him. Not like I can use him for a while, but hey, he's mine.
Mine?
Spooky Ghost.
Haven't seen that design in a hot minute.
Yes.
I do find it interesting, unless you'll get this later in the game or at some type of optional side a quest thing, and I will be the biggest fool if you know that is the case. But I do find it interesting that the game doesn't let you control the echoes, because something like that would be the most obvious thing in terms of game design. Especially if you did make it an optional upgrade or later upgrade, though I could see a bunch of people planning on something like that as a later upgrade, so I feel like that would have been a power you would be given. Like, if you do the grabbing onto something, you then have, it's like you press like Y or whatever, and if you do that, you go into a control mode where you're actually controlling, like, whatever. Where it would actually be you're controlling whatever the, you know, thing is.
Water box.
And the obvious balance there, if anyone says that would be overpowered, would be if Zelda has to sit there in the control mode, you would have to position yourself in a way to not be able to take damage in the middle of a fight.
We can man the rift.
Especially if you were able to directly control the, like, enemy or whatever you had. I could see them doing a thing of, if you get, like, far enough away, the control will break and you'll lose it. I think that would have been fair. Because if we're going to be really semantic, especially because I love pointing out when people have a, like, hypocrisy and double, you know, standard in things, due to the monsters being AI controlled, you could make an argument this game has the same problem as, like, Persona 3.
The biggest problem I'm having with this game, you can't make them do shit. Might as well just go around and open the map, look for stuff. We need to go all over the map anyway. So I might as well basically, at this point, just go ahead and clear out, like, large map zones. Looking for heart pieces and... Ooh! You're different.
That's a normal frog. How are you not dead?
Scary edge of the world. Stop.
Nothing says we have to get the stamp.
Oh, we completed the second page, the dog page. Hey! The best character. What's wrong with Stamp Guy, Garden?
I would take Corday over this.
Stamp Guy here. Fill up another card. See, he's nice.
I don't...
Not interested, but...
I really don't know what it is that I hate about you. There's, like I said, there's just... Some people just have that quality where they just have a punchable face. I hate everything about you, and I can't explain why.
Kim! Scary ass edge of the world. So scary.
And just go through the Dark Rift and prove the world isn't flat. My references are lost on your uncultured swine.
Okay, so it's like all the way up.
I think that would be that mountain area with the snow and shit. If it's that much up.
Right. Right. That's my other problem with the... Damn it! Let's go around.
Just go around
We'll
the
just go around the normal way for a second.
and then start scaling the cliff.
Might as well just open some map and stuff while we're here. Oh, not the...
You have to go murder things.
Game.
That's the other frustrating thing about the game not doing shit is sometimes when the game is directly up close to something, the game, like, will just fucking stand there. Yeah. Oh. Oh, you'll die of frostbite anyway. So let's not fuck with that for the time being.
Let's go get that last bit of area up there, then we'll just go around. But I can technically scale up.
Though you would need to not do what you say you can.
No,
but... No, not even talking about the fact that, like, you'll die.
Oh,
piece of heart. Before noticing that, what I was going to say about the...
Yeah, I saw a piece of heart.
What I was going to say about the mountain was I think, and this is really funny because this feels like they got angry at people just not giving a fuck in, like, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, because of the way, like, the extreme hot or extreme cold would damage you in that. I think the frostbite on that mountain, it's like, it's not just it saps your health, I think it will literally stun you. Meaning, like, if you were...
Damn it.
Actually, that's shallow enough to stand in, so yeah.
Yeah.
You can just do that.
Solver of problems.
Spiders. Oh, there are so many people that would hate solving problems with spiders. I think it's that.
It is on.
It's that down there.
You're not wrong.
As I think it is. Yeah.
Yes. This little sanctuary area.
And there was nothing of value in here.
Treasure chest and some enemies.
If that treasure chest is worthless, I'm keeping my statement. Wait, you're in water. The electricity would be a big bubble.
I mean... semantically, yes. Solver of problems.
Oh, 2 treasure chests.
Oh, 2 pages.
That's bigger, it lasts longer, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, that does way more damage.
I never said you were wrong!
I just want to increase the range. I didn't realize it did more damage.
You are the best enemy. Guys, I found my...
before we leave, now this could be affected because you're in water, because the water block only takes 1, and the other one is 3. Place one of those blocks down and try to put...
Oh.
Yeah. No, it will work, but because it's in water, it immediately
dies, but...
But you can do that to get at, like, to get the wider range anywhere.
Okay.
So at this point, it's now just the icy mountain and the fiery mountain.
If we head up to the... Oh, where's the one house? There it is. If we head up to the Gorons, start doing some plot stuff. Ow.
I'm guessing the Goron Mountain doesn't... You don't need something to make yourself...
I don't believe so.
Gorons it is, then.
But first, I technically have enough for both upgrades.
I thought they were both 15, not... Oh, no, it's just the energy.
No, okay, no, I have enough for the energy or 1 sword. Okay, no, energy it is. Yeah! Yeah!
Shia-kazing.
Oh, this...
Well, this stinks. Starting to look more and more like the Master Sword. I'm just saying.
Also, we kind of glossed over it, but what's interesting in this game, they literally, in the plot, explain why Link doesn't talk.
Why doesn't he talk?
So Link is from the one village, and as a kid, that village, the rifts started appearing, and anyone that is pulled into the rift can get horrible negative effects. And when it pulled in a bunch of children, they literally cannot speak. Link was sucked in as a child, and it removed his ability to talk.
I don't know how I feel about that. There are implications to that one.
So he is now silently trying to fix that because him and a bunch of kids got screwed over.
Don't know how I feel about that one. There are some implications there.
I just want to go back to that village. I think I missed some stuff here.
Well, we never delivered the one fish.
Fit.
The one.
Well, and more side quests anyway. First of all, hold on. Damn it. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, how many of you also wish that you could directly control the echoes? Because my biggest problem with this game is the fact that you can't. And that can get really obnoxious. Because half the time, if you summon an echo, the AI will get really confused. And if the AI gets confused, the echo you summon might do something incredibly stupid. And this really does ruin the game at points, because that means you're often standing around doing nothing, hoping the echo will do what you want it to, and that can get really obnoxious. Meaning a lot of this game relies on the AI actually cooperating, which a lot of times it doesn't. And that means one of the best ways to actually play this game is to summon an echo over and over and over again, because when you summon an echo, it normally does one action. And if you spam that echo, normally that one action is a singular attack, meaning you can spam echoes in order to actually deal decent damage, because every time you spam the button, the echo is basically summoned again, meaning it normally attacks and then it resets. So you get in a loop where you just spam summon an echo in order to basically circumvent the bad combat, because that is the biggest problem with the game. Even if you use the lock-on and actually target enemies, sometimes your echoes still refuse to actually cooperate, and that gets really, really obnoxious. The game is fine, but my god, I don't like engaging with the combat, and I do wish you could have had a more direct control over the echo you summoned, because that would have made a lot of the combat and puzzles and stuff less tedious. Because like I said, even if you use the lock-on and actually target stuff, sometimes your echoes don't cooperate. But I'm starting to repeat myself. So, anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments. Or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.